Bracha from Yerushalayim. We are filming today in our home due to the situation. We're not permitted to be in the Knis, so hopefully by next time we'll be back in Knis Hades, and Borei Olam should send the refuah shelema to all of those who have been affected, inshallah, very, very soon. In our last couple of videos, we've been discussing the Kaddish and the structure and the Nosach. And we're going to conclude this mini-series of the Kaddish with the Minhagim of the person saying the Kaddish and the Minhagim of the people who are listening and answering the Kaddish. So, regarding the person saying the Kaddish, there are two different approaches as to when he bows down. First, I'll tell you our Minhag. And the Minhag I've seen growing up, and it's also based largely on Maran and in the Beit Yosef as well, based on the Kolbo, where there are 5 times that we make a Kiriyah. The first is when we say Itgaddal, Itgaddash, Shemeh Rabba. In the next phrase, Be'amadi and Be'hayachon, there are no Kiriyot. When we say Yeheh Shemeh Rabba Be'barach, we Korea, Le'alam Ul'al Me'almaya Yitbarach is the third time. Vishtabach and so on until Shemeh Tekutsha Be'richu is the 4th time. Le'ayla Mikol Berchata, She'atash Ba'ad Rana Daran Be'alma Ve'ibru Amen is the 5th and last time we do a Kiriyah in the Kaddish. This is the obligatory Kiriyot of the Hazan. There is another approach brought by some Aharonim, Kavhait Palachi, Hasan Alafim, Shah Sipur, which say to bow down simply right before the Kahal answers the Amenim. So the 5 times before the Amen, we should bow Shemeh Rabbah, Meshihah, and so on. That is not the custom that I've observed in our community throughout the years. You will also find occasionally when the words are uttered B'hayechon or B'yomechon in your lives and in your days, we're talking about the Geulah, you'll see the Hazanim sometimes will do B'hayechon or B'yomechon. It's not required, but just you may notice it. I did want to point it out. Similarly, like the Kriyat Shema, when you have L'man Yerbuim Echem, Yimei Berechem, you may notice it, so I did want to point it out. Finally, I want to discuss when we say Oseh Shalom Imromar in the Kaddishim, like Kaddish Tkabbal, or Yesh Rama, or Al Israel, where you have at the end Oseh Shalom Imromar. There's a debate going back to the early Rishonim as to whether we go back, first we go back 3 steps starting with the left, whether we do that on every Kaddish or only in Kaddish Tkabbal, because the Kaddish Tkabbal, the perception is that it is for the Hazan and it corresponds to the Hazara. And being that in the Hazara he did not say Oseh Shalom, he stops at Yul Rason. So this is the completion of the Oseh Shalom and the Amidah and the Hazara, that he didn't go back 3 steps. There's a debate amongst the Rishonim and the Aharonim. Our custom in our community, from what I've observed throughout the decades, is that on every Kaddish where there is Oseh Shalom Romah, the one saying it will go back the 3 steps and then say Oseh Shalom Romah U'Baraham Rabbi. It's actually written befirush in a couple of the latter Chachmei Aram Sova. Rabbi Eliyahu Hamwi in Pei Eliyahu, the Helek Bet, towards the very end when he comments on, he made commentaries on Maran. He deals extensively with this discussion, and he concludes that we do go back every time we say Oseh Shalom Romah. Also, Rabbi Moshe Atiyeh in his book Me'at Mayim also mentions it. So that is the custom in our community. Now, regarding the people who are listening and answering the Kaddish. First of all, our custom in our community, in most Sephardim, we are not required to stand up for every Kaddish like we find amongst many Ashkenazim. However, if we are caught standing and the Kaddish is beginning, we do not sit down. It's based on the writings of Marhu, based on the Ari. We do not sit down, we remain standing until the person here is listening to the Kaddish. The person standing responds, until Be'alma, then he can sit down. That is the custom. Now, very interesting enough in our community, if a person is in that position, he comes into the knis and the Hazan is starting to sing the Qaddishim that we sing, either Shaharit and Shabbat in the morning or Leil Shabbat or before Eid. We do not require the person to remain standing throughout the Kaddish if the Hazan is singing it. It's too much of a Torah, and that's what I observed also in our community. For those people who don't know where they are or they're not paying attention, they do sit down. Rest assured, there will be someone in the Kehillah saying, "Hey," stand up, reminding them. That's also a part of the flavor of praying in the knis. Regarding answering Yehi Shemeh Rabbah Bevarach, there are a number of different minhagim. The minhag which I've seen the most is, like I mentioned earlier, is to say Yehi Shemeh Rabbah Bevarach La'alam La'an Na'amei Barach entire segment until the Amiran Be'alma. As we continue Le'el Al-Kum Al-Khata, Shi'atat, Shba'ata, Be'adam Be'alma. And that's one approach, and that's the prevailing custom. There are those that answer only until Barach, Yeshem Al-Barach, Barach, and there are still a small minority which go until Shevet Kusha Berichu. Those are the three possibilities. Again, the main custom is to read all the way until Be'alma. Finally, we have a custom in our community that when you have the Qaddishim, which have Vereva B'Atzala, when the Hazan says Vereva B'Atzala, you have the people will yell out Vereva. Again, not obligatory, but it's a custom which is well known. And בעזרת השם, רבע בעשלה יבוא לכל עם ישראל במהרה בימינו אמן, שלום וברכה.